gross domestic product, employment and innovation. At the 7th Expanded National MSME Clinic in Akure, the state capital, Governor Aiyedatiwa said the event is a one-stop shop for regulatory agencies, enabling MSMEs to address challenges and access timely interventions. The governor, who reaffirmed his administration's commitment to providing enabling environment for businesses and investment to thrive, noted that the clinic showcases the transformative vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure a Nigeria where MSMEs are the drivers of economic growth. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, led the federal government delegation.
Determined to promote the growth of micro, small and medium enterprises in Nigeria, Ondo State hosted the 7th Expanded National MSME Clinic. The event, held at the International Culture and Events Center, the Dome in Akure, was attended by top government officials, including Vice President Kashim Shettima, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, federal lawmakers, traditional rulers, captains of industries, and other relevant stakeholders. Welcoming dignitaries, Ondo State Deputy Governor Olayide Adelami said the state is honored to host the clinic, noting its commitment to investment growth and business development.
In our quest for industrialization, we are not relenting. We will continue to give our SMSEs the strategic support they need, recognizing them as the backbone of our state's economy.
In his remark, Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji appreciated the federal government for the initiative and commended Governor Aiyedatiwa for realizing the dreams and hosting the event, stressing that development cannot take place without the MSMEs.
A country, a people cannot develop without developing the MSMEs. It's not possible. And the engine of growth and development in any nation. And unfortunately, there are sectors that have long been neglected. So thank you, sir. All these young entrepreneurs, let us continue to patronize them.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa said the event is to revolutionize the engine of the economy while recognizing the immense potential that lies within the MSMEs, reaffirming his commitment to unleashing the potential to drive growth, innovation, and prosperity. Aiyedatiwa said the 7-point development agenda of his administration, codenamed AIS, prioritizes MSMEs growth and development in line with the Renewed Hope agenda and applauded the transformative vision of President Bola Tinubu to ensure a Nigeria where MSMEs are the drivers of economic growth.
A clinic of this nature is therefore essential to serve as a one-stop shop for regulatory agencies, financial institutions, enabling MSMEs to address challenges and access timely interventions. It also provides an easy platform for our young entrepreneurs to have wider access to funding, skills development, infrastructure, markets, and technology, facilitating MSMEs growth and development through regulatory support and capacity building.
The governor restated his dedication to continue working tirelessly in support of the innovative efforts of the federal government at driving the economy, highlighting successes recorded so far by the state.
We have keyed into the federal government initiative of the Bank of Industry 75 billion MSME intervention program, providing our entrepreneurs with affordable financing options in the face of current economic realities. Our SMEs have also benefited from the entrepreneurial training program for micro, small, and medium enterprises by the Development Bank of Nigeria, equipping them with essential skills and knowledge to grow their businesses beyond the shores of this country.
The governor expressed gratitude to the Office of the Vice President and the Special Advisor on Job Creation and MSMEs for choosing Ondo State to host the expanded clinic and made some requests targeting the economic prosperity of the state. The Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, said MSME accounts for a major source of growth and development in the country, noting its importance to Nigerians and the federal government.
So to all the MSMEs gathered here today, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not invisible. You are the center of our economic being. I urge you to take full advantage of the opportunities before you. Engage with the agencies present. Seek guidance. Ask questions. And seize every chance to elevate your business to greater heights.
He applauded Governor Aiyedatiwa for promoting the growth of investment and businesses with his policies and programs, with a promise that all hands will be on deck to promote oil palm and cocoa production, noting that President Tinubu's administration is determined to turn the economic fortunes of the country around. From the International Culture and Event Center, the Dome in Akure, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, form the backbone of Nigeria's economy. These enterprises are driven by individuals with big dreams and an unyielding passion to succeed. In Accra, the Ondo State capital, the 7th edition of the expanded National MSME Clinics brought together small business owners, regulators and stakeholders in an exhibition of innovation, creativity and resilience. Osrc's Abidemi Akinrotoye was at the event and now shares insights into the hopes, struggles and determination of these business owners as they navigate the terrain of entrepreneurship.
Amid the vibrant markets and entrepreneurial buzz of Ondo State lies a sector brimming with energy and resource, often overlooked but undeniably essential. Micro, small and medium enterprises are not just small businesses. They are the soul of local economies, embodying innovation, determination and the entrepreneurial spirit of Nigerians. At the Dome in Akure, the 7th expanded National MSME Clinics offered a rare platform for entrepreneurs to showcase their products and services while connecting with regulators and business support agencies.
I've been into this business for the past 10 years. I've been managing the business. Actually, it's not today. We've started very small, but we thank God for God where we are today and where God is taking us to.
There is no small business. That is what I want you to know. It depends on how you package your business. For these ones we are doing, we want to thank God Almighty for making it possible for us to survive on it.
From fashion to agro-processing, cosmetics to tech solutions, creativity was on full display.
Everybody knows that business is tough everywhere, but consistency really matters. Once you are consistently doing something and what you are doing is good and it is something that people can appreciate and you are consistent with it, there's no way you will get to the top. You will surely get there.
But alongside the celebration was a chorus of concerns.
It's not easy. Being an entrepreneur, there are a lot of challenges facing us there, a lot of challenges. Actually, for my own fish, the nature of the business, you can see it's fish. It has a time, it has its own time. As we are now, we are in the month of July. It is a seasonal, seasonal product. During this period, which is the July period, the wave is always high. Actually, people don't risk their life going there to fish.
Challenges we have is if God can send someone to us, a helper, for us to improve on the business, we wouldn't mind. And we also want to thank the governor of Ondo State, the indefatigable governor, the he for she governor, that gave us the opportunity for us to exhibit our products. And we know with this exhibition, the sky will not be our limit.
According to reports, MSMEs contribute about 48% of Nigeria's gross domestic product, GDP, representing 96% of businesses and accounts for 84% of employment across the country. Yet, their full potential remains untapped. Business owners at the event appealed for stronger government support to ease business.
It can assist in the aspects of the fishermen, because looking at it, it is not a fish, it's not a product they wear. It is natural product. And looking at it, the fishermen on their own will have to fish to extra mile before they can get others fish. And for instance, if a fisherman should take his boat to fish today and pour at least 100 liters of fuel, and at the end of the day, fishermen didn't get the product, the next day again, he pours 100 liters, he didn't get the product, maybe the third day, actually now finally get the product. He will have to do the calculation of the wasted fuel used, and he will not use it, so he will place it on the current price of the product. I think the fishermen have to be encouraged.
As Nigeria charts a course towards economic recovery and growth, it becomes even more urgent to recognize and support the critical role MSMEs play in national development. Empowering these businesses is not just an economic strategy, it is a pathway to poverty reduction, job creation, and inclusive prosperity. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
In part two, after the break, President Tinubu orders free medical health care for vulnerable retirees. Join us again.
It is time to prioritize your health with the Jiggy Ashwaju Free Medical Outreach. Date Thursday, 7th August 2025. Time 8 a.m. prompt. Venue Grassroots Movement for Tinubu Office, number 25, Oyemekun Road, Adigbola Junction, Akure. Come and enjoy a full range of absolutely free medical services, medical checkups, eye examinations, free eyeglasses, free medications, and many more health boosting surprises. It is your chance to care for your body, protect your vision, and take charge of your health at no cost. Tell your neighbors, bring your family. This is a medical outreach with purpose and compassion. Proudly brought to you by the Grassroots Movement for Tinubu Ondo State Chapter, working to build a healthier and stronger community. GMT. In God we trust.
Thank you for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website, Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel, Osrc TV Ondo. Now to the rest of the news. President Bola Tinubu has ordered the implementation of free healthcare for low-income pension scheme (CPS) under the Social Protection and Dignity in Retirement Initiative. President Tinubu gave the directive after receiving a briefing from Director General of the National Pension Commission (PENCOM), Ms. Omolola Oloworaro. The President also directed the prompt implementation of long overdue pension increases and a minimum pension guarantee to provide a safety net for the most vulnerable pensioners. President Tinubu, who further mandated PENCOM to urgently resolve the long-standing police pension issue, added that members of the police force who serve and protect the nation deserve to retire with dignity and peace of mind. The federal government has forecast heavy rainfall over 5 flooding across 19 states and 76 locations. The warning by the National Flood Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment urged stakeholders and residents to take urgent precautionary measures. This comes as devastating floods struck Ogun and Gombe states on Tuesday, with other states including Lagos, Plateau, Anambra, and Delta were also affected. According to the center's flood prediction obtained, the affected areas are expected to experience rainfall likely to cause flooding from August 5 to August 9, 2025. The predicted states are Akwa Ibom, Bauchi, Ebonyi, Cross Rivers, Nasarawa, Benue, Kaduna, and Katsina. Others are Kebbi, Kano, Niger, Plateau, Taraba, Jigawa, Yobe, Zamfara, Sokoto, Borno, and Gombe. To education now, President Bola Tinubu has congratulated 3 Nigerian students for emerging world champions 15 Eagle Global Finals held in London, United Kingdom. Tinubu, in a statement by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, praised the trio for their exceptional achievement, describing them as shining examples of Nigeria's future promise. The students Nafisa Abdullahi, Rukaya Mohammed, Fema, and Hadiza Kashim represented Nigeria at an international competition where they outperformed thousands of contestants from 69 countries, with Nafisa named overall best in English language skills, Rukaya emerging overall best in debate, and Hadiza clinching the Outstanding Talent Award gold medal. He noted that the federal government was making significant investments in the education sector and had removed financial barriers for indigent students through the Nigeria Education Loan Fund. The president encourages Nafisa, Rukaya, and Hadiza to remain steadfast in their studies and wishes them continued success. Meanwhile, the federal government of Nigeria has secured a $25.35 million concessionary loan from the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development to support a landmark education initiative aimed at reducing the number of out-of-school children in Kaduna State. The loan, signed on behalf of the Kaduna State government, forms part of a broader $62.8 million blended financing package supported by international partners to expand access to quality and inclusive education, particularly in and public relations at the Federal Ministry of Finance, Mohammed Manga. The facility will finance the Reaching Out of School Children program, an ambitious initiative targeting over 100,000 children, including girls, internally displaced persons, and children with disabilities. The intervention will see the construction of 102 new climate-resilient schools and the rehabilitation of 170 existing schools and learning centers. The program is also designed to improve the learning environment, enhance teacher capacity, and prioritize access for marginalized populations in hard-to-reach areas. Staying in Kaduna State, the Kaduna State Primary Healthcare Board has announced plans for vaccination campaign in selected local government areas affected by the outbreak. Health educator of the State Primary Healthcare Board, Isa Yeshao, disclosed this during a stakeholders engagement meeting on the introduction of the monkeypox vaccine in Kaduna. He noted that several local government areas in the state had recorded a significant number of monkeypox cases. In response, he said the federal government, in collaboration with the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and the development partners, had approved reactive vaccination for high-risk groups. He further said the vaccine will be prioritized for high-risk individuals, including laboratory personnel who may have handled infected specimens, people with compromised immune systems, and individuals with high-risk sexual behavior. He urged the public to receive the vaccine in good faith, assuring that distribution will be strategic and targeted to ensure maximum impact. Now to Ebonyi State, where Governor Francis Mwifuru has lifted the suspension of senior special assistants, and permanent secretaries. The statement from his chief press secretary, Dr. Monday Uzo, directed the commissioners, senior special assistants, and permanent secretaries who were suspended to resume their official duties immediately. Recall that Governor Mwifuru suspended 25 commissioners, 14 senior special assistants, 24 special assistants, and 22 permanent secretaries. He stated that the suspension will be for 1 month without pay. The governor also directed that the affected officers should not sign any official document during the period of their suspension. Moving on to the foreign scene, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva said his country would use all available resources, including the World Trade Organization, to defend its interests as U.S. prepares to impose tariffs on Brazilian goods. All right, moving on. More hungry Palestinians have been shot by Israeli forces while desperately seeking food. At least 30 were killed at a U.S. and Israeli-backed distribution site in northern Gaza, while another 20 were killed in the south as they gathered near 8 trucks. Moving on to sports now. No efforts will be spared by the present administration in Ondo State to promote sports development at all levels towards economic emancipation of youths. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, during a special reception for Super Falcons defender Tosin Dimei, an indigene of the state, said the importance of sports development cannot be overemphasized. Governor Aiyedatiwa gifted the Super Falcons defender 30 million naira and a house at Sunshine Estate in Obaile, Akure, for her outstanding performance at the 2024 Women Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON, where Nigeria emerged champions. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that the governor said all hands are on deck to return Sunshine Stars and Sunshine Queens back to the top flight of Nigeria leagues.
Nigeria have won the Women's Cup of Nations for a 10th time.
That was the moment when the Super Falcons of Nigeria were crowned champions of Africa for a record 10th time. An indigene of the Sunshine State, Tosin Dimei, was a key member of the team which conquered Africa. And determined to reward excellence and encourage hard work, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa hosted a special reception in honor of the Super Falcons defender at the People Conference Hall in Akure. Welcome dignitaries. The Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Omoyofumi Segun, promised the governor that sports will continue to soar in the state with consistent support and strategic investment.
We are the hope of this generation. Relegation is part of competition. It's part of football. It is very, very normal. But ability to come back again and to rise, that's what we are here to celebrate. We are coming out of relegation and we take it up to the
Chairman of Ondo State Football Association, Dele Ajayi, commended Governor Aiyedatiwa for being the first state governor to honor Super Falcons players and officials who hailed from the state, describing the act a strong motivation for upcoming athletes.
Mr. Governor, you are very good. You recognize them, you honor them. This will spur our people to come out and participate in sport.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, who reaffirmed his administration's commitment to sports development and youth empowerment in the state, gifted the Super Falcons defender 30 million naira and a house at Sunshine Estate in Obaile, Akure, for her outstanding performance at the 2024 Women Africa Cup of Nations.
You started your football career here in Ondo State. At the time you won our Sunshine Queen jersey. Today you're wearing the national color for Super Falcons. You played for Ondo State. You didn't just play for yourself, you played for Nigeria, and you have won for Ondo State, you have won for Nigeria. Your victory is not just a triumph for yourselves, but a huge honor for Ondo State and indeed Nigeria. I'm glad to announce a cash award for our debut golden daughter as follows. 1, 2, the number 1 golden daughter, Blessing Oluwatosin Dimei OON, a cash prize of 30 million naira. And a house
Alongside the main, Governor Aiyedatiwa also gifted Mary Akinshola, the team's media officer, and Mary Oduboku, the team's secretary, 15 million naira each in recognition of their roles in Nigeria's historic win.
To Mary Akinshola and Mary Oduboku. Near you, 15 million naira.
The governor also pledged to give maximum support to Sunshine Stars Football Club of Akure to ensure quick return of the team to the nation's Premier League. He thanked President Bola Tinubu for honoring Super Falcons at the national level, noting that such gestures have far-reaching impacts on the morale of athletes across the country. Responding, Tosin Dimeyin expressed heartfelt gratitude to the governor and the people of Ondo State for the warm reception and generous reward.
Winning our 10th continental title was a monumental achievement, one that fills every Nigerian with pride. But to receive such heartfelt celebrations from you and our state as a whole make this round even more special.
She called on stakeholders to rally behind the development of women football in the state, stressing that the growth of Nigerian football, both male and female, is a collective responsibility. From the Zikbo Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has promised support to help Sunshine Stars and Sunshine Queens football clubs. The governor called on all football stakeholders in the state to rethink their strategies and renew their dedication to achieving rapid promotion to the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) and the Nigerian Women Football League (NWFL). Governor Aiyedatiwa acknowledged the recent relegation of both clubs as a valuable lesson for their management, stressing the importance of learning and rebuilding stronger, more competitive teams. He also reaffirmed his pledge to complete the ongoing renovation of the Ondo State Sports Complex to modern standards. Currently, Sunshine Stars will compete in the Nigeria National League (NNL) for promotion to the Premiership, while Sunshine Queens will contest in the Championship playoff to return to the Women's Elite League. And to the sad one, Ghana's Defense Minister Edward Omani reportedly died in a military helicopter crash alongside 4 other senior officials and 3 Air Force crew members. The government, in a statement, announced that the crash, which occurred during a military flight, also claimed the life of Environment, Science and Technology Minister Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. Addressing the press, President John Mahama's Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, said the President and government extend condolences and sympathies to the families of the government officials and servicemen who died in service to the country. Authorities have not yet released details of what caused the fatal crash, though the military confirmed earlier that radio contact had been lost with the Z-9 Air Force helicopter prior to the incident. Let the souls of the departed rest in peace. Now, to round up the news at 7, here again are the major highlights. We told you that Ondo State Government showcased exhibition of innovation and creativity at the 7th edition of expanded National MSME Clinic aimed at empowering small businesses on yielding passion to succeed across Nigeria. We also told you that President Bola Tinubu has approved free healthcare for low-income retirees under the contributory pension scheme and the immediate implementation of long-delayed police pension reform. We also heard that the federal government has urged all residents to take urgent precautions as heavy rainfall is expected to trigger flooding across 76 locations in 19 states between August 5 and August 9, 2025. That's the news at 7. Thank you very much for being a part of it. Good evening.
Just as William Shakespeare says, women are beautiful flowers, and when the soul grows to